What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another video game review. And today we're going to be reviewing, drum roll please, Life is Strange 2. How are you surprised? The last couple ones were Life is Strange, so this was something when it was announced, I was happy and not, because there was no connection to the first game at all. And when I booted up the game and it asked me what final decision I made, it asked like, did you sacrifice Arcadia Bay or did you sacrifice Chloe or whatever? And for me, I put sacrifice Arcadia Bay. Mostly so these could be canon for me. Well, technically, I guess either one could be canon. Never mind, yeah, whatever. This follows that Max. Whatever, never mind, shut up right now. But yeah, this game was very different. There's no rewind mechanic, and the character you play as isn't even the one with powers. The first episode started out really, really good. Like, I got a little bit... There's not much to love about the first episode, because not a lot happens. But you still get the dynamic between these two brothers, Daniel and... Is it Daniel? Yeah, Daniel. I think I called David from Life is Strange Daniel in my last reviews. Daniel and Sean were really nice characters, and I enjoyed them. Like, there was a little bit of a brattiness to Daniel that I didn't like at some points. But Sean was... I could relate to Sean. And that was the character at the beginning of the game that he's with, the girl. I'm gonna lie, I shipped that so much. Episode 1, though, was just the start off. You learn things, and the journey starts. And it's a really thing that are running from the law because because Daniel's powers accidentally killed their dad. And then, like, the whole time, Daniel doesn't really know that he has his powers and doesn't really find out that he has them till the end of the episode. And they're running from the police and everything, and stuff happens in between. And then afterwards... in episode 2, you meet up with these other characters. This is where Captain Spirit ties in. You start living with your grandparents, and then you meet Captain Spirit, which is the neighbor next door, and what you thought was him saving himself with powers that he didn't know he had, was actually Daniel saving him, which, if you haven't, Daniel has telekinetic powers. And you didn't get much with... a lot could have happened to him in that episode. I didn't realize how much stuff could have happened to him when I played it. But episode 2 was definitely also a build-up episode, even though a lot happened. And now episode 3 was probably my favorite episode of this season, of this game. Episode 2 just did things. And I remember this one a lot more because I played it it wasn't that long ago I finished the game. And there was a lot riding on this episode because the characters that was introduced was really nice, and you basically form a relationship with one of the characters. You get these two characters options. You can form a relationship with whichever one, or neither, I guess. You could do that too. Obviously, if you've seen my video, I had to censor some things. Which I did not think there'd be nudity in the Life is Strange game, but there was. And basically you're working on a pot farm, and then a whole bunch of crap happens on the end of the episode. A little bit of a spoilers, I guess. The end of the episode where Sean and Daniel get separated. And then we get to episode 4, which is my least favorite episode. I don't know why, it just really dragged. And also didn't feel it felt very weird to me. And who knows, maybe some stuff will come of what happened in that episode, because I have a theory actually about that. Not a theory I mentioned in the previous video, but it's really weird. I'm not going to talk too much about that episode because I really didn't like that episode, really. The episode 5 picks back up, and David from the original game shows back up. I don't know if he shows up depending on the decision you made. But he shows up on the decision I made, and I really liked seeing David again. It was good to have a returning character from the first game. I definitely need to replay this game again. And then it gets really interesting because you get to the border of Mexico and everything, and so much hecticness happens. You get caught by border patrol, and so much stuff happens, and the game has multiple endings, like so many endings, like not even lying, way more than. So I doubt whatever game comes next they'll be able to tie this into it. But the character, that's basically what I'm going to say about the episodes themselves. The characters, though, I enjoyed almost every character. Like I said, I'm not going to really talk about episode 4 that much because I really didn't like episode 4. But everything else was pretty decent, and I loved the brother dynamic between Daniel and Sean, and there was some emotional moments in this, I'm not going to lie. And it does the whole mom concept that I think the Before the Storm tried to do a little better, and it really was done much better. And a lot of the characters, just like motivations, made a lot of sense. And I still never got an answer if the dad dies regardless of what happened. I don't know. I seriously doubt that he could have survived, but this game was definitely not as good as the first game. I don't know if I like it more than Before the Storm or not. I know I enjoyed it, but I'm not sure how I completely feel about the game as a whole. But I enjoyed it enough to play fully through it on the channel. And I've played way worse than this, and I've played way better. But don't get me wrong, there's so much to this game that I enjoyed. Like, there was, I don't know, there was just so much to enjoy about each episode. And even with episode 4, there was stuff I liked, but episode 4 is still my least favorite episode. I would give this a rating of... we'll give it a very high 4.5. No, not 4.5. 3.5. I meant 3.5. We'll give it a very high 3.5. And I want to put it on the same level as the first game. Now, if they figure out a way to tie this into the next game... Sorry, I'm checking my desk. Good, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing for them to do or not. But regardless what they decide to do, I'll look forward to it. I'll watch it. Play it. Right now, Tell Me Why is a game that just came out by them. I don't know if it has anything to do with Life is Strange at all. I doubt it. But I'd like to play it and find out. But yeah, the next review you will be seeing after this will not be a game review, but it'll be me reviewing these. So I just read this one. Like, literally just earlier today finished it. And started today and finished it today. So that's all I got to say for this video, guys. Let's get this to 10 minutes real quick. I want to apologize for the last video only being like 5 minutes long. I just didn't know how to stretch that review out longer. But yeah, we're going to be reviewing next. I think I'm going to review Minecraft Story Mode next. So definitely keep an eye out for that review. Bye!